Holy fuck, what the hell? We thought we missed this. Carrera RS 993. So it's day 2 of Monterey Car Week. We are at the polo field where all the cars get unloaded. I'm currently uploading my YouTube video right as I'm walking, but we heard there's a McLaren F1 here, which is kind of like the highlight of Car Week every year, if it shows up. So let's go see it. Could be a great start to the week. So it got unloaded already, but it's undercover in there. So the car in the back undercover, that's the McLaren F1 we saw here 2 years ago at auction. Pretty cool to see it back. But yeah, both undercover, 275. But man, a McLaren F1, always nice to see one Car Week. You always hope there's going to be one. You never know if there actually is going to be one. Hopefully within a few hours or a few days, the cover's going to be off. I'm going to be able to actually see it. But here are a few other cars getting unloaded. Very special things. Just all these trucks are full of cars, and a lot more trucks are going to come. McLaren 765 LT, and there's a ton of red carbon on the car. Not a bad spec. Just a few Rolls Royces in a parking lot. Nothing too special. Just a few more right here. No big deal. Singer, not bad at all in green. This actually looks really good. Front, it looks so good. The new headlights. So we are at Leguna Seca, just checking it out, seeing what's here. At the end of the week, there's a lot of crazy cars, old classic race cars, everything running around here. Today, I guess some of them might be here. I have zero expectations of what might be here. I didn't look into it, nothing. So let's just walk around and see what we find. This is something really cool. This Legato Ferrari, I believe based off the 612. I think it might be a one-of. But yeah, crazy rare. Obviously, the very infamous Legato type design. Easy to tell that this is Legato. Then we have an RSR, but a yellow 250 LM. I don't think I've ever seen a yellow one before in my life. Yeah, 250 LM. This is probably a $20 million car. Very rare. We saw the red one last night at RM. So we'll see what that one sells for. But man, this looks so good in yellow. The rarest car here, it's the Ferrari Acadia. Incredible. See, he didn't just do the badge, he also did the grille. Learn from this guy. So like an 0506 Ford GT. And Selena 7. These are crazy. The car 911, it's got the fog lights in the front. Hold on, Formula 1 cars, 1 second. Okay. It's got all the mud on it. Like, this thing looks like it properly got used, like it drove here on mud. Pretty wild to see. It's got the full off-road tires. Another Safari 911 based off a 930. Now this is my type of car, CLK GTR. Saw this car here I think last year or the year before that. Looks great in this blue, but man, you know, they're just as aggressive as the road cars they are as a race car. Obviously built as a race car first, and then it's the homologation special, so they made 25 road cars, but this is one of the race car ones. Lamborghini Centenario and a Supra, but random Centenario spot. We were actually just talking about this car the other day. Damn, what a lineup. The Purosangue in this loft looks incredible. That's actually a nice loft. I'm back at the Bugatti. So we got this LaFerrari right here. It's like a silverish gray, very metallic, such a nice color. FXXK wheels. Honestly, such a low-key good spec. Next has a Purosangue. This is the first time I'm seeing it, the Ferrari SUV. These are probably going to be on the roads everywhere, just like Urus's are within about a year from now, even though they're a lot more expensive. But not a bad 2-car garage right here. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that have both. Probably every single person that has this is going to get this. Yeah, we believe this is the first edition, which means it's the V12. Look at the carbon fenders right here. Car's very dusty, but it looks really good. Same steering wheel stuff as the Supercars. Can't really see the back. I wish I could. Let's see what it looks like from the rear. Looks less aggressive from the rear. Looks kind of like a bigger Roma, but the front looks really good. But man, love Ferrari. So Alex just pointed out This is like the exact door handle from the Mach-E, but I think there's suicide doors here, so it's kind of useful. But yeah, taking page out of Mach-E. Yeah, the blue Centenario, I don't think we've seen it since 2019. I don't know if it's still a Hawaii car, but it used to be in Hawaii. 120 and this blue. I honestly like them better without the full carbon. The rear of the Centenario is so aggressive. Look at the diffuser, it kind of goes up from the bumper. But it's crazy to see that this Centenario actually gets driven. I mean, these are cars that just kind of sit in collections, so very nice to see that you continuously see it out. I don't know if it's the same owners before or not, but still very, very cool. The carbon wheels. And the blue paint is pretty much exactly the same blue paint as on this STO, which is kind of the launch spec one. And I think this is a bit of a later car because there's not too much exterior carbon. Later on, they couldn't do too much. It still has the decals. Now you can't really get the decals or the exterior carbon. But again, nothing compared to this Centenario right here. Yeah, good start to car week so far. We're already seeing hypercars kind of everywhere we go. But again, this is just Tuesday, so every video from now on is going to have more and more cars until Saturday is going to get insane. But, you know, by the end of the week, we're barely going to be stopping for these because there's going to be so much going on. But still, it's so good to see something like a Centenario 120 being driven. A lot of people buy these cars and pretty much only drive them at car week, so you're not really going to get the opportunity to see these cars anywhere else. Here we got the Doug DeMuro Special, the G Cab, the 550. This one's a little bit newer than his. It's got the AMG wheels, but these have gone so expensive, like $250,000 now. It's unbelievable. Maybe more for something a little newer like this. So a little lineup behind the hotel, the SLS F40, 550 behind another SLS. Now I think that's like a Gambala 911. Oh, yeah, it is. That's pretty cool. LP640 getting unloaded from this truck. Underneath it is a Scud. Let's see what else is on there. So they're lowering the Mercy, the LP640. Moment of truth, we're going to see if it's a manual or an E-gear. Hopefully it's a manual, but again, they're so rare that you can't have your hopes up. See the back get up. Silver wheels look good. This is like a low-key stock one. Nobody ruined it. Looks like a pretty clean one. They sound so good in the LP640s with the like kind of bigger exhaust pipe, more aggressive bumpers, more aggressive size. They look so good. Oh, it's gated. So rare. So freaking rare. It's always so good to see a manual LP640, and this one looks so freaking clean, like completely stock. Such a great car. These are $1 million now. About probably triple or 4 times the price of a non-manual car. We saw this car at Curated back in January. They had a ton of crazy manual Lamborghinis, and this was one of them. The silver wheels look so good. 600 Pullman dictator type of vibes. This car is so cool. It's massive. Also something else on this truck, but I want to see the Pullman real quick first. But man, look at how long this thing is. When they pull it out, you'll see it's pretty much like a presidential type limo. I have no idea how they're planning to lower it. I don't know if this fits on here. Like, I mean, the front's still here, the back is like decently far back. 6 doors. Things is so crazy. I don't know if he's gonna fit. Front's still in there. A little more, a little more. Like the bumper might hit the ground or something. Okay, it's pretty clear. The bottom is almost bottoming out right here. The bumper is barely clearing. Holy crap, this car is massive. Come on. Oh yeah, now he gets out easy. I think there's some extra padding on the bottom here because they know you're going to bottom out sometimes. I would love to see somebody driving around Monterey in this. But now, after we saw the Pullman on top, is this gray on, I think, black or gray on carbon Pur Sport. Chiron, you can see there's the wing in the back. But yeah, you can kind of see it on the top there. Pur Sport Chiron. Polo fields, never know what you'll see in the trucks. Lamborghini Miura SV, one of the best looking cars ever made, just getting unloaded here at Spanish Bay. Damn. Random finds of Monterey Car Week. So yeah, the first Lamborghini Miura of this year's Car Week, and it's an SV and the classic red on gold spec. Such a nice looking car. The gold wheels, the tan interior to kind of match the whole spec. This car looks absolutely mint. And then, of course, other than the two-tone, there is another way to tell between an SV and a regular one, which is it doesn't have like the lashes above and below the headlights. Such a great looking car. Honestly, might be the best looking car of all times, potentially. Yeah, what a crazy car. Our Tuesday just got a lot better with this Miura SV. Jason, what plate do you have for a car that you don't own? Jason got the Ontario plate F12 TDF. I'm happy to see it here on a Kia. Nismo R35 GTR. So we're back at the Spanish Bay main parking lot with not one Chiron Supersport, not two Chiron Supersports, but three Chiron Supersports. So yeah, we saw these in yesterday's vlog. There's a Roma now that joined them, which not bad, but another car added to the parking lot. Like I told you, by the end of the week, this is all going to be full. So now we have a Ferrari Daytona here. Very nice looking car in red, but this car looks like it's in perfect condition. I'm wondering what else is going to show up throughout the week. GT3, ooh. That sounds good. So we have a 991 GT3, which is like a full cup conversion. You can see the massive spoiler, the wheels, the tires, even the rear. Everything looks completely different. This car sounds incredible. It even has like, I'll show you guys in a second after it gets the shot, but it's like a screen above as like your, I guess, speedometer, all that. Houndstooth interior, pretty cool with the blue accents. That actually looks awesome. But yeah, what a wild car to just drive around on the streets in Monterey, and on a road like this, must be a lot of fun. So we passed by this yesterday, the Ruby Star 996 Safari build with a literal box on the roof, white wheels, the white decals, white mirrors. The thing actually looks really, really cool. It's got the full off-road tires. And then if we look at the back, there's a nice ducktail that they put. Very nice. So we have some sort of like Batmobile gigantic pre-war thing. Behind that, there's a 12C Spider and a few other cool cars right here. So we saw this drive-by earlier. I said this is like a crazy spec. So the body is full exposed carbon. All the accents are carbon in red. Roof scoop, purple calipers, red interior, Senna seats. I mean, this is as good of a spec as you can probably get. I mean, this might be like the most expensive 765 or something in the world for a coupe. Then a very nice, clean, white Aventador SV. More rare than the SVJs, in my opinion. Cleaner looking, aged really, really well. Has the blue writing, which I don't think I've seen before on one. And then this blue A12 GTS looks incredible here with the very light interior. But across from that is this green 765 Spider. That's one of the best specs I've ever seen. Because look, it's like a military-ish green, maybe a little more saturated with the gold wheels, gold accents. But the interior is like the Senna seats in tan. This is one of the nicest interiors I've ever seen on a McLaren. Now, not only is the 765 green with the gold and the tan, all the carbon bits in the bottom, everything is green carbon. So again, this is probably one of the most expensive 765 coupe specs in the world. This might be that for a Spider. Pretty cool to see them together. Looks so freaking good. Let's play a game. Did Jason get a ticket after being parked here for like 4 or 5 hours? Ooh. What did you get? I gotta move it to see. $40 ticket. You wanna remove it or you want me to take it? Okay, let's go. Another Safari build 911. This one is an older one. Very, very cool. The tires on the top. R34 with Jason. We have a bag of Funyuns and we're gonna go look for a Zonda. Raptor R. So we ate the Funyuns and now we found the Zonda. But yeah, Zonda F in pearl white. I think it's actually a Ferrari color Bianco Fuji if I'm not mistaken. But I just parked up here on this driveway. Looks so freaking good. Like, goddamn, nothing like a Zonda. Truly nothing like a Zonda. The crazy things you see at Car Week. But just this picture right here, that nice house with the car looks perfect. So turning right, and finally there's some cars here.
That's Evan.
Wyra Tempesta package. But yeah, here's the Wyra BC we saw yesterday as soon as we came in. We just parked up for a second here with the R34. We have our friend's McLaren 570S Spider, but let's quickly, before we kind of have to run because a few more cars are coming, I want to go look at that Tempesta Wyra full carbon. So yeah, full carbon Tempesta package car. Honestly, it's a very similar spec to one from Canada. Honestly, small chance this is the car. Yeah, Tempesta wheels, full carbon. This car came very, very early in the production line. Jag XJR15. We saw this car in May, I believe, when we did the E30 road trip to Connecticut. Got a tour of the full cultivated collector garage. He's actually got 2 of them in yellow, which is only, I believe, 3 in yellow out of the 28 cars that were made. The rest are blue. This thing sounds incredible. We were driving, I think, behind it for a while. Just was like unbelievable. It's great to see it here in Car Week. Great to see it being driven. That's pretty sick. Okay, 17 miles. Some cars coming up. Got an SVJ, GTR, and a 720S. Another car coming up. We got a GT3 992. So in 2021, we had my car, my GT4 here. Just took some pictures. So today we have Jason's car back here. Such a nice view here on 17 Mile. Probably the best views you're going to get at Car Week. And throughout the week, a lot of cars drive on these roads to kind of go up the coast. Today we're just chilling, hanging out, driving around. Might pull over somewhere in a bit, just watch traffic come by. Holy fuck, what the hell? What? Let's go. We thought we missed this. Craziness is starting. And look at the back of this truck. Look at the back of this truck. That's freaking awesome.
Oh, there's a Supersport.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 all Supersports Chirons, but what the hell is this design? Holy crap, this is crazy. Goes into the interior as well. This is freaking wild. We weren't even really car spotting, we were just hanging out. We thought it was a 720 coming towards us and we lost our shit. The spec is wild. The high-speed wheels, sky view, but man, this paint scheme is unbelievable. God damn. So yeah, I said this place is gonna get filled up, and this is still not the craziest it's gonna get, but 458, 911, GT3, Chiron, Roma, Chiron, Miura SV, GT3 RS 997, Dawn 360, and a 575, and of course, this crazy paint scheme on the Chiron Supersport that has just arrived and just got unloaded here in Monterey about maybe an hour ago. So yeah, even the rear of the car, because of all the color, looks a lot more solid. You can really see the paint scheme. Even on the edges here, you can still see the orange lines. I mean, this is probably the craziest Chiron spec in existence. I mean, this is like out of this world. Look at the crowd it's bringing. I'm gonna get out of their shots, but crazy. So they just moved the Roma out of the way between all the Bugattis, which means this Chiron is about to come here. We're gonna have pretty solid lineup. Let's see this. more maybe.
That's a pretty hard one.
So, welcome to Monterey Car Week. So here's some of the backs of the cars, the GT3 RS, the Miura SV. What a great car, but then look at how much longer the 4 Chirons here are than the regular Chirons. Yeah, pretty decent lineup for a Tuesday. This is a solid Japanese lineup right here. And the Heritage GT350 rolling through. JDM meet pretty much, I guess.
So this has a case.
The classic Monterey fog. Every car week, this is kind of the main weather. Just foggy and gloomy, but looks incredible for photos. GT4, let's go. What exhaust is that?
Sounds good though.
Does sound good.
Mine's louder.
Yeah, yours is actually louder.